Particularly early on, kind of went to sleep a little bit in the third quarter, but they played that first half. I was very pleased with the whole football team.
When was the last time you remember your defense playing like that in the first half, like they did in the first half? When was the last time you remember them playing like that?
Well, hopefully they play like that a lot. I don't know if I noticed that much difference. I mean, them returning the intercepts and getting the fumbles returns, I think that made it exciting and probably gave it a little bit more punch than normal. But I was really looking for the 3 and outs and getting the field possessions, but we were creating a short field for the offense. But no, if we play correctly, our front seven gets a good push. We've got a good secondary to break on balls, and when we're good, we tackle. But I can only remember that third quarter right now, so it kind of put a little damper on it. But they really played well in that first half.
In some of the losses earlier this season, you didn't get off to the start you wanted. You had talked about that before. Today, obviously, on both sides of the ball, you got started really quickly. What do you owe that change to, and how you've been able to start games a little quicker in the last month?
Well, it probably goes back to that South Dakota State game was such a big win because it was on the road against a good team, and how it was won, if you remember what we said that day, I thought was very important. And so that grit and that heart they showed in that game was kind of multiplied the last couple of weeks, and I think the goal this week was to be better than last week, and I think they achieved that. So I think, if I go back to the South Dakota State game, moving into the South Dakota, did we improve? And I thought we did, and the challenge was to improve again this week, and they did that. So now we're back to the challenge of getting better from here into next week.
It was almost like the light has clicked on, you think, especially for the defense?
I think the confidence, maybe you can call it the light has clicked on, but I think they're playing with some rhythm now. They're playing with it's not so much confidence. They've always had confidence, just they're playing with that rhythm and that a little bit of swagger to them, that they know they can make some plays, and maybe they become a little bit more aggressive on some of the plays instead of just playing to stop the opponent. They're kind of playing to make a play to swing a game.
Offensively, you didn't have any 100-yard rushers today, yet you won by such a large margin. How much of that was field position?
It was probably all field position. It was those short fields, intercepts for touchdowns. I'll have to go back and look, but you can attribute probably 21, half those points, to either a short field or some type of fumble / intercept for touchdown. But I'm pleased with how the offense rushed the football today. We didn't throw it that much, but we were rushing the football consistently and getting the first downs and getting positive yards on 1st and 10. That's what we had to do, is get positive yards on 1st and 10. If we don't do that, then that second and long becomes difficult. But I thought we did a better job of that today, but there's still improvement needed.
Have you guys adjusted how you've coached this team throughout this